Greece.
What time is it in Greece?
7 hours, about 7 hours out of us, right?
Well, let's see. 6 or 7. Yeah, probably 6 or 7.
Yeah.
If she's listening, she'll check in. Yeah. But that's pretty neat. So big shout out. Another good reason to enjoy the live video stream is you get to see old friends from around the world. I got my buddy Mark Fredericks usually checks in. I went to kindergarten with. And now Stammy from WOKV.
Amazing.
Yeah, my buddy Donnie just checked in from Tennessee. I always share with my real estate friends, too. If you go to the live video feed and you have an open house this week, put it in the live video feed of our show. We have people from all over the country, all over the world. Greece, Tennessee. Tennessee's all over the world. But anyway, good way to promote your own stuff. I have shared with you over these last few weeks that John and I have put a contract in on a condominium, a little waterfront place. So I have a big boat slip and a really tiny condominium. They were originally built in 1969, then renovated during the great renovation craze in about 2005. So we're purchasing everything in the house now is 15, 16 years old. So essentially it's a gut rehab that we're taking on. And all of the things we see in home inspections after 25 years, and when it's suddenly your own home, you're like, oh, what am I going to do? And I'll give you one of my classic pet peeves that we're going to have to correct in our condo. We don't close until the 13th, but man, we got the list ready to go. And when we're going to hit this thing like crazy people. I can hear the Homeowners Association calling me now. How many people have you got in there working on what kind of equipment? We're doing it big. So I'm sorry in advance. Anyway, bathroom exhaust fans. You know my pet peeve about the performance of bathroom exhaust fans. The bathroom exhaust fan belongs over the tub or shower. And the reason for that's where you make the heat and steam. The purpose of that fan is to extract it. You'll know that your bath fan is perfectly located when you can take your steamiest possible hot shower and your mirrors don't fog.
Yes.
That means you're not sucking that humidity. So lo and behold, 2 bathrooms, 2 bath fans, both set out in the middle of the bathroom. That's going to change. Going to cut those babies out.
A bath fan in the shower.
Absolutely.
Yes.
With a light kit.
Okay.
Such that I can, when you turn one on, the other comes on. So that we're always extracting moisture. Then the effervescence of toilet use, it still works just fine.
Still install a bath fan in the toilet. They should have a bath fan installed in a toilet.
That has been tried.
They probably have that in Japan. Yeah, you got some sophisticated toilets in Japan.
Well, since you mentioned it, here's the challenge with that.
Getting water on it.
Keeping it clean.
Yeah.
So you have various extractions from your anatomy, some of which are kind of misty, some of which are kind of moist. And to have that in an exhaust fan is to pull microfecal matter through that and into the fan blades.
Oh, I had to clean that up.
You got a visual on that?
Yeah.
So that is the reason that they've not been able to design something that is integral to the toilet bowl
and
itself.
Easy to clean.
And it's the cleanliness issue. You asked. You better take a break after that.
You should have been quiet.
Yeah, you should. It's 6:30 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. We've got Fox News traffic, weather, and more of the Home and Garden Show featuring you at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
News, I'm Karen McHugh. The collapse of a cliff overlooking the Pacific Ocean has killed 3 people. A 30-foot-long slab of cliff at Encinitas, just north of San Diego, trapped the victims on the beach under tons of dirt. Captain Larry Giles.
We tell people over and over and over, to stay back from these naturally eroding cliffs. We also post all of our beaches and our beach access points just to warn people, so we do a very good job on that.
Other beachgoers helped first responders trying to dig out the victims. A 4th person was injured. A theft ring in Washington State selling millions of dollars in stolen goods on Amazon.com over the past 6 years.
2 storefront businesses posing as pawn shops bought the goods from shoplifters, then had those items shipped to Amazon warehouses where they were stored until they were sold online.
Fox's Paul Stevens, 2 Amazon contract drivers also charged with being in on the scheme. This is Fox News.
Now, local news from CBS 47, Fox 30 Action News Jax.
At Action News
Newsjack's anchor Lorena in Clan for News 104.5 WOKV. Our top story. Right now, St. Johns County deputies are working to identify a body found in the Intracoastal. It happened Friday afternoon near North Griffin Shores Drive. The person appears to be a man about 45 to 55 years old with brown hair and a full graying beard. Detectives are asking the public for information on any missing people who have not yet been reported. A man accused of shooting at a group of people in Fernandina Beach is now facing murder charges. Fernandina Beach police say Zachary Jameson shot and killed Jovan Rico Thursday night. The shooting happened on South 9th Street around 7 o'clock. Police say the woman who called 911 after the shooting told police she knows Jameson and saw him fire the gun. Florida's Senator Rick Scott took time off from Washington to become a Budweiser brewmaster for the day. He visited the Anheuser-Busch facility on the north side Friday. Scott is one of 10 members of Congress competing in the Beer Makers Brew Across America competition. The members are tasked with creating beers inspired by local flavors. Action News Jax This Morning continues till 10 on Fox 30. You can watch our live stream by downloading our app right from your phone.
Get WOKV breaking news alerts in 3 simple steps.
1.
Go to the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
2.
Download the News 104.5 WOKV app.
3.
Enable alerts. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news. News 104.5 WOKV.
I'm Mark Kinder with Affordable Water. There's a process in water treatment called ion exchange. This process actually removes hardness using very little salt with our demand metered systems. Our dual media system softens and filters water for your home or business. Affordable Water has been educating and serving Jacksonville for 30 years. We're licensed locally as well as on the state and national level. Affordable Water, 262-0197. That's Affordable Water, 262-0197. License number W32.
AffordableWaterJax.com.
How do I deal with the insurance companies if I've been hurt? How does the law work? What doctor do I call? At Farah and Farah, our job is to turn that fear of the unknown into peace of mind. Call us at 396-5555. Office Jacksonville.
Hi, my name is Connor. I live at the Rhoda-Heaver Boys Ranch with about 50 other boys. We come to the ranch because we can't live at home or we just don't have one.
Rhoda-Heaver Boys Ranch doesn't receive any government support for childcare and raises funds by auctioning off donated vehicles every month. If you have a boat, car, motorcycle, RV, truck, or tractor in any condition, Google Boys Ranch Palatka to donate. If you don't have a vehicle, cash donations are accepted. Google Boys Ranch Palatka.
Remember, it's better to build boys than to mend men.
Are you looking for a venue to celebrate your special occasion that guests can't stop talking about? Call Riverside North Special Events and Banquet Hall. We specialize in anniversaries, weddings, birthday parties, corporate meetings, family reunions, fundraisers, graduations, and funerals. This unique, all-inclusive, full-service venue is the way to go. Call us today at 354-4162 and let us book your next event. All proceeds from bookings benefit the Clara White Mission.
All right, I've had insomnia for many, many years, and I got to tell you, the one relief I have gotten is My Pillow. I fall asleep faster, I stay asleep longer, and you can too. It just works. I met Mike Lindell. He's the inventor of My Pillow. I got fitted for my very own My Pillow, and it has changed my life in so many ways for the better. And right now, Mike is offering his lowest price ever on radio or TV. You get a 2-pack of My Pillow's premium pillows, $69.98. That's only $34.99 per pillow. Now, this offer is only available at MyPillow.com or call toll-free 800-919-6090. Just use the promo code Hannity. My Pillow, made in the USA, 60-day unconditional money-back guarantee, a 10-year warranty. Don't spend more sleepless nights on a pillow not working for you. MyPillow.com, promo code Hannity, 800-919-6090. You'll get a 2-pack premium pillows, $69.98. That's only $34.99 per pillow. MyPillow.com, promo code Hannity.
Hi, I'm Larry of Larry's Garden. One of my favorite things about the South is great weather, which means more time for outside. And at Larry's Garden, we design, install, and maintain every outdoor project. Need to replace a cracked driveway? We do it. Need a patio, pergola, deck, or pavers? We do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. No subcontractors. All work is done by Larry's Garden employees. Low water landscapes, sod replacement, landscape designs that are unbelievable, a complete landscape makeover. We do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden completes your entire project. Weekly maintenance for communities and commercial locations is also available. For more information, visit larrysgarden.com or call 346-1970. Design, install, maintain. One company, complete project, Larry's Garden.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter with partly to mostly cloudy skies today. It'll be humid with some on and off showers, a scattered thunderstorm. Highs in the mid to upper 80s. Becoming partly cloudy, muggy overnight tonight, 73. Partly sunny, a little hotter tomorrow. Scattered afternoon thunderstorms, a high of 92. And Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will all be partly sunny, hot and humid with scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms and highs in the low to mid 90s. With your First Alert forecast, I'm Action News Jack's Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
Some wake you up music. Yeah. 6:37 here. It's 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Wally Conway from Home Pro Inspections. Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden. You know, I was listening during the break, which I listened to intently. Listened to Mark Kinder from Affordable Water talking about the significance of the ion exchange in order to get soft water. Soft water only occurs when you're removing hardness. The only way to remove hardness is ion exchange. The only way to have that ion exchange is in a system that, in fact, has salt.
Right.
That salt can be sodium-based. That's just dandy for most. For those who choose not to have sodium, even those micro amounts of sodium used, you can use potassium.
Right.
And it works great, lasts a long time. You know, in my own home here, I haven't been on well water for the last 35 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I've never had to deal with chlorine. Now, as we're preparing the build-out, the renovation of the condo, we will, in fact, be drinking some JEA water. Has chlorine in it.
Right.
The Water Quality Association of Florida says it is an unscrupulous ad practice to tell, unethical is the word they use, unethical to make false claims about chlorine being deadly, and it's unethical to do these crazy in-house demos where things change color, and you say, look, the chlorine's going to kill you.
Chemistry,
We must have chlorine in a municipal water supply so that it can be safely processed, transported, and stored by JEA as an example, or whoever your water supplier is. Now, once the water gets to your home, there it is at your tap,
yes,
you no longer need the chlorine.
Right.
And for most of us, we don't want the chlorine.
Right.
So there's nothing that says, hey, it's great for you. It's an enhancement to consume chlorine in your water. It's just an enhancement to prevent disease in the delivery process. So once it gets to your house, you want to get that out of there. How do you do that? Very easy to do. Charcoal filter. Reasonably inexpensive to do. And you can have chlorine-free water. It can be whole house or just point source right where it comes out of your faucet or mixed
Tastes
rice
better.
cubes. Tastes better. Smells a little better.
Right.
And you've removed that whole issue of, hey, I've got chlorine in my water.
And not difficult to maintain.
And let me tell you this, Breath.
What's that?
I'm a little bit of a health nut, though I don't work out as much.
You don't look like it.
Yeah, I offered that to you. I dropped 4 pounds this week.
How? You bathroom?
Once.
Okay.
Anyway, back to chlorine and sodium. I would far rather have micro amounts of sodium in my water,
right? Sure.
Than chlorine,
right?
It's kind of a comical thing. So you're having this wonderful meal at home, right? Mm-hmm. And no one ever said, "Honey, would you pass me the chlorine?"
Right? Yeah.
Why not? Because it's not good. It doesn't taste good. It doesn't smell good. It's not good for you. It can kill you.
Right.
But you'll often say, "Honey, will you please pass the salt?"
Everything you have has salt on it.
The salt hysteria.
I looked at it. I went to Starbucks the other day, and I got one of those little menu meal things. 960, you know, the health food stuff. 960 milligrams of sodium? Salt. Which is, you go, wow.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, you can overdo it.
I mean, 960 is a lot.
Yeah.
No.
So if you want to learn more, you want to get all the facts straight from the source the way I do, licensed people.
Test in, test out. If it doesn't, you know, test it when you're getting ready to just determine what type of hardness you got. And then when you've hired a system or use a system, it should test 0.
Diagnostics and confirmation, just like medicine.
Right.
AffordableWaterJacks.com. gmail.com. Let's head over to Larry. No, a different Larry.
Yes.
On the west side's got something killing his trees, and it looks like a hairy fungus. Whoa.
Hairy fungus. Okay.
Larry, welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, guys.
What kind of tree do you have?
I've had, there's been a total of about 5 of them now that's died.
Wow.
Yeah, one was a huge weeping willow I had draped over the pond.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a couple maple trees that died. And one other I can't identify. I think it was some type of oak.
How long is the hair on your hairy fungus?
Well, to give you a better example, I have some small medium to small pear trees that were doing good. And then I noticed that they got the little patches of fungus, and then little patches of fungus looks like the hair growing on them.
Uh-huh.
And once I noticed that, the leaves started turning brown. You could tell the trees were being distressed. So that was over like maybe a 2-month period that I noticed it. Now the big trees, I'd see it get on there, and then within 6 months to a year, the tree would be dead.
Yeah. Well, that's unusual. I'm not quite sure what's going on that, but if you wanted to send me some photos, I can give you some advice. Should you get a close-up photo, would be around 6 inches away, and then stand back maybe around 24, so I can look at it. Then a picture of the foliage, and that should determine that should help me figure out what's going on. But you definitely got something going on there. Things you can do right away to prevent is not touch the tree, or prune the tree and move to another tree. But that I'm not so sure what that is. I think that may be a secondary sign of disease. I'm not sure of any disease is actually caused by, there will be that will have that appearance. It may be a secondary thing that's either the damage from the trees oozing some sap or some of the stuff from the fungus, and it's growing on that stuff. It's oozing. So send me a picture of the location that the fungus is growing, and that you have a good shot of it, about 6 inches and around 24 inches away, so I can get a good evaluation. And send that to host of Larry's Garden at gmail.com.
Or you can stick it in the Facebook feed. We can see it right now.
Stick it in the Facebook feed. I can look at it. Yeah.
Go to Home Pro Inspections on Facebook and stick the pictures. You can stick video, stick anything in there, and we can see it right now on the big screen.
The thing is unusual is that it crosses these genuses. A lot of times, maples are prone to this, oaks are prone to that, willows are prone to this. So it would make me think that it's an insect. Some type of insect is invading your trees, because there's usually a barrier, like if I plant tulips may get this disease, but my Shasta daisy won't get the same disease. That's what's a little bit confusing. You're saying it's attacking all the trees. Normally when something attacks all the trees or within that range, then sometimes it's an insect. An insect could be causing damage and then cause a secondary fungus issue. Okay?
I just noticed the fungus. I don't know that that's what's killing them. I don't see anything else wrong with the tree at all. And I've dug up around them.
Yeah.
See if there's anything I can find in the ground. I don't see any entry points.
It's unusual that you have that many trees die on your property.
How about your neighbors? What are you seeing around the neighborhood?
I live out in the country. My neighbor's acres away.
Okay.
I really haven't asked them.
Send a picture of the leaves. And then send a picture of that spot where you got that growing, and let me look at it, and I should be able to help you. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck with it. That's interesting.
Yes.
There's maybe something's weakening the trees.
Right.
And then this is an attack.
Just like sooty mold. When you get sooty mold and that black stuff on your leaves, it's not actually the disease. It's caused by insects. Insects are their droppings, and the mold grows on the droppings. The sooty mold we call it honeydew. So there's a secondary issue, and that's what I think is a secondary issue, or by insects. I would say insects because, like I say, some diseases are specific to some type of plant.
Yeah, it's odd that it's across multiple
different varieties.
Yeah.
Willow, oaks, all this. There is some disease that can do that, but not often. One of the best plants, one of the top 5 plants, maybe even higher than that. I say one of the top 3 plants. The top 3 plants, perennials you can plant in our area, and looking absolutely spectacular this time of the year. They're a little bit difficult to get because they're not commonly grown. And it's a shame it's not commonly grown because it's as good as the best plant that you could buy out there.
Well, you're teasing me, man. What is the plant?
The tulip of Siam. Okay, it's curcuma. And right now
Does it look like a traditional tulip?
It looks very similar like a traditional. It's a ginger. And gingers right now are doing great because they like a lot of water. They like a heat. They're disease resistant. There's many properties in ginger, chemicals in ginger that protect them against insects. So the tulip of Siam is one of the greatest looking plants. Comes in pink, dark pink, red, light.
Is it a bulb very similar to
bulb? It's a
traditional tulip?
It's a ginger rhizome. And completely durable. And starts flowering out, and not only that is the flower will last on the plant for 2 to 3 weeks in 100 degree heat.
That's pretty rare,
which is amazing. Now there are tropical plants. But if you have a tropical garden, this would be one of the best ones to include in your landscape. If you love pink, white, reds, it will look from a distance. From a distance, it looks like a tulip field. That's how great they are.
Wow!
And each plant will put up. The more mature they get, the 5 or 6 bloom stalks, and it's in a great container plant.
Are they expensive?
They are a little bit expensive. But
you really need 50 or 100 of them to look.
Yes, a great border plant line the border. They come in different sizes. We had a load of them. We're planting them in a landscape. We had 50 of them. We're planting them. And when I was transporting over in a truck, I stopped 2 places. I stopped at Home Depot, and then I stopped at a gas station. It's amazing the amount of people were flocking to the truck. They were, what are those things? What are those things? What are those? I said, they're the gingers. There's gingers. They have gingers. But you gotta, if you have a tropical garden, if you like those color ranges, you gotta put them in there. They're completely
I need to do that
low nutrient
online. I can't
go online and you can get them. They're not.
Or go to Larry's Garden and you'll plant them for me.
Right. They're not available. Another great tropical plant is it has Alpina purpurea. Is another ginger because gingers are really doing well this time of the year. And when you got a plant that will bloom and looks good in August. When it's 100 degrees out there, and they're tropical plants and they're cold tolerant, these are winners. But ginger, Alpina, purpurea, it's a pink ginger getting around 4 to 5 feet tall.
Wow.
It gets that fountainy look and nice pink flower on the top going into the landscape. They're, again, a little on the expensive side, but just bulletproof. And curcuma or turmeric is grown from the tulip of Siam. One of the varieties is a
turmeric.
Turmeric, yeah.
Oh, we use that at home.
Yeah. It's one of the gingers from the tulip.
Turmeric's supposed to be especially good for you. It has a lot of antifungal and other
it's
good things in your system.
You blend it with coffee. You can put it in with coffee. You can put it in your orange juice. I've been eating it for years before we even knew it was a health food, and. But it's got a strong taste, but it works with a lot of good food.
All things in moderation.
Yes.
6:50 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Brief break. Jumping right back on the phones to your calls at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news, severe weather, and traffic alerts. News 104.5 WOKV. Find us on the iHeartRadio app. Listen every weekday morning from 5 until 9 a.m. for the latest breaking news. The exclusive 5-day forecast from Action News Jack's first alert chief meteorologist, Mike Burris. And get triple team traffic every 6 minutes. Everywhere you go, listen. the iHeartRadio app for Apple and Android.
Winn-Dixie has the hottest prices for your ultimate summer. Right now, get value packs of boneless center cut pork chops for just $3.49 a pound. Plus, fresh cluster tomatoes are just 99 cents a pound. And the savings at your local Winn-Dixie don't end there. Mix and match any size, any brand of K-Cups. Buy 2 boxes, get 1 free. Now that's what we call a win for your wallet. Find more ways to win by downloading the Winn-Dixie app today. Price is valid through August 6th with Winn-Dixie Rewards. See store for details.
When you need your engine tuned, trust a car expert. When you need your roof fixed, trust a roof expert. And when you need the highest quality water softener salt, trust Morton Salt. We're the salt experts with over 100 years of experience. Morton Pure and Natural Water Softener Salt in the blue bag is made from all-natural, high-purity salt crystals. Trust Morton. We're the salt experts. Find our easy-to-carry blue bags at your local Lowe's store.
Ready to go back to school, but I am. I'm Heather. I'm a Jacksonville mom, and every morning I start my day with Action News Jax.
And I'm April in Orange Park. The Action News Jax First Alert weather app is the best. I can scroll through minute by minute to track storms.
I'm Lee in St. Johns County. Derek's traffic report gets my kids to school on time. He even works for the Florida Department of Transportation. He shows me where the traffic tie-ups are and how to get around them.
We're prepared for back to school
with Action News Jax this morning
on CBS 47 and Fox 30.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-218-5085. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-218-5085 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-218-5085 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-218-5085.
As a woman, you've spent years taking care of everyone else. When you retire, it's finally your turn. And here's a little secret. Women and men have different needs and different emotions when it comes to retirement. What to do? Listen to Woman's Worth Radio each Sunday at 10 a.m. Woman's Worth founder Jeanette Bajalia believes your retirement isn't just about the money. It's about your total health. Woman's Worth Radio, Sundays at 10 a.m.
Hey, it's for us guys, too.
Listen to Woman's Worth Radio this Sunday at 10 a.m.
When my cardiologist told me I needed to take a statin drug to lower my cholesterol, he also told me that it can lower my natural levels of CoQ10. He told me to take Cunol. It has the #1 cardiologist-recommended form of CoQ10, a very important nutrient for a healthy heart and healthy blood pressure levels. Cunol, with 3 times better absorption, has the #1 cardiologist-recommended form of CoQ10. Take Cunol, the better CoQ10.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. 30% of Americans who are planning home improvements of $5,000 or more will pay for those renovations with a high-interest credit card. That may not be a great idea. A better idea may be to take cash out of your home with a Quicken Loans 30-year fixed-rate mortgage. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 4.125%. APR 4.22%. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rate subject to change. Pay 0.88% fee to receive this discounted rate. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A humid day today under partly to at times mostly cloudy skies with on and off showers, a scattered thunderstorm, highs in the 80s. It's a 6 on the WOKV weather meter. Becoming partly cloudy overnight tonight in the low to mid 70s. Partly sunny, hot and humid for your Sunday. There will be some scattered afternoon thunderstorms that develop with a high of 92. And in the early part of next week, Monday right on through Wednesday will be hot and humid. There'll be a few afternoon showers and thunderstorms each day. Highs in the low to mid 90s. Feel like temperatures above 100 degrees. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
See breaking news?
There's heavy police activity on San Jose Boulevard.
Stuck in traffic.
There's an accident between Fox Ridge Road and Camp Johnson.
Download the WOKV app and tell us what you see using the open mic. Brought to you by Noel's Lock and Safe. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news. News 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show. It is 6:56 here on News 104.5. Should you need a large landscaper for a landscaping project, be it large or small, the landscaper's large, so the project could be large or small.
Yes.
Larry'sGarden.com. Got the blog, got the video. Frequently asked questions. Billions and billions of ideas there. You may choose to just do it on your own. Or you may look at it and say, you know what? I want professional design. I want someone else to do the heavy lifting. Larry's Garden can do that at Larry'sGarden.com. The telephone number for Larry's Garden is 346-1970. If you're calling outside of the immediate Jacksonville area, Palm Coast, Daytona, Gainesville, wherever, if you hear our voice, Larry can get to you. But you'll need the area code 904-346-1970. Me, Wally Conway, easy to find all the time online. Go HomePro.com. Home inspections, pre-listing inspections, commercial building inspections, environmental sampling, like water, like lead, like asbestos, and those type things. Also, it is the home, the absolute home of the 18-month home warranty.
18-month home warranty.
18 months. It still amazes me that there are people offering and comically people accepting a 12-month home warranty when for the same money you can get an 18-month warranty that also has beyond
1/3 more care.
5 years on the roof.
Right.
5 years.
A roof.
How in God's green earth does someone refer a home inspection company that does not put a 5-year roof warranty on the home at no additional cost? It's preposterous. Anyway, I get carried away. The website, GoHomePro.com. Operators are standing by to take your calls. That number is 268-8211 for our friends, as I say, in the Hinterlands, Palm Coast, Gainesville, and elsewhere. Kingsland, beyond. 904-268-8211. About
small expense on the most expensive purchase.
It's comical.
You know what I mean? It's the most expensive purchase.
Penny rich, dollar poor.
Yes.
The one of the interesting things to me is about 600 people will buy a home in our immediate area. You know, the terrestrial radio signal area of WKV. About 600. The majority of which will choose a home inspection company that the home inspector has done considerably under 500 inspections in their lifetime, and a fair number less than 100. Home Pro, 35,000 plus local inspections, backed by a 5-year roof warranty.
Amazing.
An 18-month home warranty. It's kind of like hiring a knucklehead to mow your lawn.
Right. Exactly.
It's all fun. It's 6:59 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. We've got Fox News traffic and weather coming up for you. Then we'll be right back for the second hour of the Home and Garden Show. Love to have you participate with us. Your questions, your calls, your commentary at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
WOKV-FM and WOKV HD1 Atlantic Beach. Powered by New South Factory Direct Windows. Listen everywhere in the WOKV app. News 104.5 WOKV, a Cox Media Group station.
What if I told you there was a way to step into another gear for your brain and be much sharper, more focused, and improve your memory to a level that you could only dream about and notice these results in 30 minutes? Hard to believe? Neuroscientists are calling this new brain discovery the biggest advancement in brain science to date. It's called Limitless, the brain pill of the future. Take it, and within 30 minutes, you'll transport your mind to a new level of focus and clarity you would have never thought possible.
I took Limitless, and it started working in minutes. All of a sudden, it felt like a dark cloud had been lifted up right before my eyes. I have a mental clarity I've never felt before.
Biz execs, athletes, teachers, and students are calling Limitless a secret weapon for the brain. You have nothing to lose, so call now and find out how to get a free bottle today.
Find out how to get a free bottle of Limitless. Call 1-800-617-1604. 800-617-1604. Free bottles for a limited time. Call now. 800-617-1604. 800-617-1604.
A deadly collapse in California. I'm Pam Puso, Fox News. First responders and lifeguards working hand in hand in Southern California after part of a cliff broke away, toppling on a beach.
The beachgoers had little chance of escaping when a cliff suddenly collapsed.
The boulder from the cliff had, fallen, and there were chairs and toys and towels scattered everywhere.
A section of the cliff sheared off, dumping a massive amount of dirt and rocks on at least 5 people. A woman died died at the scene and 2 people later died at the hospital.
Fox's Carmen Roberts. Authorities near San Diego say all of the victims were adults. Also in Southern California, a power outage at John Wayne Airport in Orange County has led to the cancellation of all flights. Officials estimate power should be restored by later this morning. The outage was caused by a substation fire. Travel disruptions coming to London's Heathrow Airport. More than 170 flights are canceled Monday and Tuesday because thousands of workers plan to strike. The Pentagon is making plans now that the U.S. has formally withdrawn from an arms control treaty with Russia. Defense Secretary Mark Esper says he wants to deploy an intermediate-range conventional missile in the Pacific, a move likely to anger China.
Defense officials also say China was a main reason to leave that agreement. The INF treaty never actually governed China. The Pentagon says if China had signed the treaty, 95% of its missiles would be in violation of that agreement.
That's Fox's David Spunt in Washington. Another weekend of protest in Hong Kong. Storefronts in the busy market district are shuttered as pro-democracy demonstrators defy protest boundaries established by police. This is Fox News.
Now, local news from CBS 47, Fox 30 Action News Jax.
I'm Action News Jax anchor Courtney Cole for News 104.5 WOKV. Our top story on this Saturday morning starts in Jacksonville, where after almost 2 years of reconstruction following Hurricane Irma, one of the most beautiful parts of the city is reopened. The Comer Museum reopened its 3 gardens. The museum used $1.3 million to put new plants in place, clean the sidewalks, and cultivate their gardens. The only 2 refugee resettlement agencies left in Jacksonville are joining forces. They're fighting back against the potential shutdown of the refugee resettlement program. Today, Lutheran Social Services and Catholic Charities are participating in a nationwide call to action. It's called Rise for Refuge, and it's happening on the internet. If you'd like to participate in the Rise for Refuge today, we've posted the link for the Facebook invite on actionnewsjax.com. Right now, deputies are working to identify a body in the Intracoastal that happened Friday afternoon near North Griffin Shores Drive. The person appears to be a man between 45 to 55 years old with brown hair and a full graying beard. Detectives are asking the public for information on any missing people who may not have been reported. Let us get you started on the right foot on this Saturday morning with the latest news, weather, and traffic on Action News Jax this morning with Lorena Inkland, Corey Sema, and I will be on until 10 on CBS 47 and Fox 30.
News you need from the most trusted source in Jacksonville. Local, national, breaking, all in one place. Download the WOKV app and tap the newsfeed button. All the news from WOKV in the palm of your hand. Apple or Android, we've got you covered. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news. News 104.5 WOKV.
This news report is brought to you by Energy Seal.
Hot, hot, hot. Can you believe this weather out there? Hi, this is Stan Nagel for Energy Seal Foam Insulation, reminding you that you're burning up. This time of year, your attic temperature averages 130 degrees. Nothing like paying high energy bills and you're still hot. Do something about it. Spray foaming your attic with Energy Seal really works. A cooler attic means a cooler home, a cooler bonus room. Everything is more comfortable. Right now, we're offering 25% off our summer rates. Call us today at 888-306-3626 or look us up on the web at EnergySealToday.com. Call us today for a free estimate, 888-306-3626.
Gentlemen, discover the new medical treatment that Viagra doesn't want you to know about. I'm Bradley I with Synergenics Elite Health, and we offer GainsWave. It's a simple 20-minute in-office procedure. GainsWave is non-invasive, and it restores the poor blood flow that causes ED. Stop popping pills and scheduling intimacy. Call 904-500-5500. Consultations are free. Mention this radio station for $150 off your first treatment. Call Synergenics Elite Health at 904-500-5500 to learn about the GainsWave ED treatment today.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. You know, if the rain disrupts your life, imagine what your roof goes through. I recommend Big Fish Roofing because it takes a high-quality roof to withstand the Florida rain year after year. I also love how Big Fish doesn't require deposit or upfront payment, and only the most trustworthy roofers earn the Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor designation. Your roof is the first line of defense against Florida storms. Get it done right by the company I trust. Get a free estimate from Big Fish Roofing. That's bigfishroofing.com.
Savings on top of huge selection, on top of rave customer reviews. That's how they do the National Clearance Event at Arlington Toyota. During the National Clearance Event, you can take your pick from over 1,000 new and pre-owned on Arlington's lot. I mean, come on, 1,000 vehicles? You know you're going to find what you want and save during the National Clearance Event in Arlington. Right now, during the National Clearance Event in Arlington Toyota, buy a 2019 Camry LE from just $18,888. That's a pre-owned 2019 Camry LE from just $18,888. Or buy a 2019 RAV4 XLE from just $24,888. It's a pre-owned 2019 RAV4 XLE from just $24,888. Plus, you get the Arlington Toyota $5,000 Advantage Club with your purchase. Just one of the tons of reasons why Arlington's earned 4.7 out of 5 stars with over 7,000 Google reviews. Arlington knows how to do the National Clearance Event sale right, but you got to get in while the getting's good. Shop in person at 10939 Atlantic Boulevard and online 24/7 at arlingtontoyota.com.
Alexa, how do I drive more customers into my business?
First, people will need to hear about you. Then you need to be online where they look for you. Then you need to be involved in the community. Then you need to...
Whoa. I don't have time for that. I need to run my business.
Okay, searching for a local team that can help.
Codan is now Local Solutions, your local marketing team putting you at the top of mind. Visit JacksonvilleLocalSolutions.com today and let us take your business to the next level.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter with partly to mostly cloudy skies today. It'll be humid with some on and off showers, a scattered thunderstorm. Highs in the mid to upper 80s. Becoming partly cloudy, muggy overnight tonight, 73. Partly sunny, a little hotter tomorrow. Scattered afternoon thunderstorms. A high of 92. And Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will all be partly sunny, hot and humid with scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms and highs in the low to mid 90s. With your First Alert forecast, I'm Action News Jack's Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
Helping to make our community a better place. This is the WOKV Ask the Experts Weekend. Discussing things that matter most to you. Have a question? Have it answered by our local experts. Now, the Home and Garden Show with Wally Conway and Larry O'Neill on News 104.5 WOKV.
Good morning. Welcome to the Home and Garden Show on News 104.5 WOKV. For those of you just joining us, you are listening to the Home and Garden Show. Home and Garden Show is heard every single Saturday from 6 until 8 a.m., which means if you're just now rising, you missed an hour, perhaps next week, a little earlier. The Home and Garden Show features Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden and me, Wally Conway from Home Pro Inspections. Larry's job here on the show is to bring his 20-plus years toiling in the soil, hardscape, landscape, and all things exterior into the show to provide insight and comment and answer your questions. Me, Wally Conway from Home Pro Inspections, my job is to share 20-plus years crawling about houses to give you some insight and ideas on how to solve problems, how to prevent problems, just enjoy your home a little bit more. The thrill for us, though, is interacting with you by your calls at 855-765-1045. Special shout out. We're also now for the last few months have been live streaming audio as well as video, so you can see our smiling faces and our fancy attire as we're enjoying the show together. That is on Facebook. It's at Home Pro Inspections. On YouTube, it is on the channel Mr. Home Inspection. It's also on my personal LinkedIn page, Wally Conway on LinkedIn. So we'd love to have you enjoy us and join us through any of those modalities. If you've got pictures or video that you'd like to share with us that we can then share with everyone in real time, you can post those at the Home Pro Inspections page on Facebook. So if you got something you're having trouble describing it, just stick it in the page and we can look at it. And one final,
other people get to share.
Exactly right. You get different insights. So there's a good chance
if they have the same problem, they get a solution.
That's right. And I get a lot of vendors checking in and say, hey, buy this from me. So
right.
You can do that. And speaking of buying stuff from you, for our real estate agent friends all over the world, actually, feel free to post your open houses or your just list it right in the Facebook Live video stream. We got people commenting from all over the world. So far today, the most extreme location is Greece.
Yes.
So that was kind of a ringer, though. It's our old girlfriend, Stanley Turner, who worked at the station for a long, long time. She now runs a travel agency in Greece, and she checks in with us almost every week, live on the show. That's pretty exciting.
Amazing.
Yeah. So we have people interacting. You might not even hear their voice.
Our sphere of influence is increasing.
Yeah.
All right.
But I have to say, since you mentioned that, my special fantasy about our show together is to receive a call from the International Space Station. So if you have a friend or a family member on the International Space Station, encourage them to call us at 855-765-1045. I've also offered up, if that is not a toll-free call, I will reimburse the astronaut who calls us.
That might be expensive.
With my own money.
Are you sure about that?
With my own money.
I don't want you in a cardiac arrest. You know
so I've been sharing with you the saga of Tanya and I purchasing this condo and all the funny things that come up when you go from being the home inspector after 35,000 inspections as a company. Now you're a customer of yourself again in this whole home buying process. And I sometimes forget how arduous it can be, all the crazy things. Here was this week's crazy expense in home buying.
What's that?
The condo docs, the documentation that supports the rules of the condominium association, the financials of the condominium association that proves that they're solvent. The lenders are very interested in that. The lender does not want to see the homeowners association insolvent, where they can't maintain it. It affects valuation and potential assessments and all that.
Their collateral's in danger.
Yeah, exactly correct. So not only are they worried, am I ever going to pay? They're worried, is the association going to do their part? You know, they're worried about a lot of things.
Yeah.
So to get all that documentation in order is not a simple task.
No, not at all.
Not only is it not a simple task, in this particular case, they did not want the individual home buyer, which is me, to handle the documents. They wanted to be sure I didn't fudge the financials of the homeowners association, not just me, but any person. So for only $295, the service collects those documents, I'm sure it's all electronic, and delivers them to the lender. I'm like, I felt that $300 sucked right out of my pocket. Like, what in the heck is that, you know? A couple digital documents, $300.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're in the wrong business.
Yeah. The next time somebody complains about a home inspection, I'm like, are you crazy? These people charge $300 to do this. Maybe later
punch that button and boom, it pops out.
I'll start on the
appraisals. We're not even sweating.
Yeah. Let's check in with Joe and Jack, Joe in Jacksonville here with us. Got some broken tiles. Joe, welcome to the show. What tiles are broken? Floor tiles, bath tiles?
They're wall tiles with the little bathtub tray. So, my daughter said there was a couple loose, and so she took me in there and showed them to me, and a couple of them fell off. There's actually a half dozen of them.
This is worrying me, Joe. So there's the cosmetic fix, which is glue those babies back on, and then there's the concern, what's going on behind that wall? By the time...
What I did, what I did before I went to work is I set some fans up to kind of dry it out, just so I could see what condition that wall board is behind it.
Yeah.
And
how old is that wall, Joe?
I would guess 20 years.
Okay. So likely it's green board. It's drywall with a green waxy. It's not a Durarock or a cement product?
It's not I don't believe so. It almost looks like wood. You know what I'm talking about?
It looks like wood. What you may be seeing is the grain pattern of the glue that was holding it on. It's very, very unlikely it was wood from 20 years ago. So here's my bigger concern. My concern is by the time those dials get loose, when they're mounted on a drywall product, usually that drywall has been compromised, and sometimes, sometimes even the studs behind it. Can you bang on it in your fist? Can you punch a hole in that wall?
Don't fall in there.
Yeah, I don't think so. It seemed to be pretty solid. I didn't really evaluate it well because I was on my way to work.
Right.
But once, like I say, I'll get home today and it will have had a fan on. It felt like it was still pretty solid. Like,
do you have another bathroom in your home that you can let that really dry out all the way dry for a week or two?
That's what I told her she'll be doing. She'll be taking a shower in the bathroom.
Yeah. So let's assume that the drywall is in good enough condition that if we get it dry, you can glue those babies back in. All you really need to do is get that same tile adhesive.
Okay.
And just stick it back in there. And then once that's all done, you want to regrout, and caulk all those areas to prevent moisture from getting back there again and worsening it or causing it to reoccur. So
Yeah,
that's a
what I
pretty
think
easy
I'm gonna end up-
do-it-yourself project.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give it a shot, though. I was going to end up, as far as like holding it up against the wallboard, I just put some studs from my, there's a toilet right there, but there's also like the counter right there.
If you use the tile adhesive, they'll stick up there on their own.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Okay, yeah, I got it, man.
All right.
So the tile adhesive.
Yep.
Tile adhesive, and then grout it, and then just go ahead and help it out with some caulk.
First, bone dry.
Right out.
Bone dry is
I'm gonna get
life. Okay.
I'm gonna let those fans blow on it for at least a week. Is that cool?
Yeah, and you'll know it's all the way dry when you scratch that drywall and it comes out as a powder, not a paste.
Okay. Okay, got it.
All right.
All right, I appreciate it.
Good luck with it, Joe.
All right, talk to you later.
Bye, sir. Yeah.
They still make green board?
Probably. I don't know why anyone uses it any longer.
Yeah, right. Durarock.
Durarock would be a brand name, but essentially it's a cementous material as opposed to a gypsum base.
Pretty much never deteriorate.
No, it won't.
Yeah.
No, it won't.
It's tough.
It's stronger, and you could immerse it in water for the next 10,000 years.
Right.
And it's just a better right way to go.
Right, exactly.
So hopefully this is salvageable.
A moisture barrier behind it, to keep it from any, if you ever had a leak, to prevent the rock from the studs from getting damaged.
Yeah, but the truth of it is the Durarock is sufficiently rigid and tolerant that rarely does the tile get weak again, like it does on the others. It's not bad at all. But caulking and grouting is really important. We haven't had this debate in a long time.
Yeah.
Let me say my piece and then you say yours.
Okay.
I am a fan of a siliconized latex caulk. And why I like the silicon component is it's immensely durable and water tolerant. Why I like the...
Somewhat immensely durable.
Hang on. Why I like the acrylic base is it's so easy to clean up with water. If you make a mistake, you wipe it off, Now, from the other side is the all silicon guy. Larry, go ahead.
Okay. Well, if you use silicon caulking on the outside, even in the southern exposure wall areas, if you have a wall that's facing the south it's going to last you your lifetime. It's never going to deteriorate. And I've used both types of caulking, the latex, because you're right. It's easy. It cleans up. It's easier to handle. But you're figuring that on the southern wall, maybe 6 to 10 years is the life expectancy. Well, I've removed silicon caulking that was over when I first bought the house. A house that I bought, it was over probably 60 years old. I probably say the caulk, 100% silicon was probably 25 years old.
Yep.
And still unbelievable.
If you make a mistake or you make a mess, it will be
it's
there.
It's going to take you a little more time to apply and clean up. But it is, and then it is not as paintable, but if you sand it lightly and put a little bit of primer on it, it's paint. But it's indefinite life expectancy. Indefinite life expectancy.
Done well.
Yes.
Done well. Your idea is better.
Yes, but
done by the typical homeowner.
Typical homeowner.
My idea is significantly better.
You'll have to redo it. Yeah.
In 10 years.
6 to 10 years. It depends on what the exposure. Now, on the northern exposure, it's
20 years.
Yeah, maybe. But on the southern exposure, it just deteriorates so fast. You know what I mean? Because
we're in agreement. And actually, I was concentrating on the interior. You're concentrating on exterior.
Well, even the interior, I noticed that the latex caulking in the bathroom, it's probably around 7 or 8 years old, is starting to lose its flexibility. It loses it. But I think what happens is that it dries out completely and loses its flexibility. It becomes rigid. And it doesn't expand and contract with the material it's on.
And the siliconized latex
remains its flexibility for its lifetime of its product.
There you go, siliconized latex. I got you to say it. It's 6:20 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show.
Yeah.
Looking forward to your calls at 855-765-1045. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Rich Jones from Jacksonville's Morning News. My good friend Jamie Dupree has dedicated his professional life to reporting the facts and keeping government honest. 2 years ago, Jamie lost his voice, and we've documented his career, his illness, and the fight to get back on the radio. See it now at WOKV.com.
Winn-Dixie has the hottest prices for your ultimate summer. Right now, get value packs of boneless center-cut pork chops for just $3.49 a pound. Plus, fresh cluster tomatoes are just 99 cents a pound. And the savings at your local Winn-Dixie don't end there. Mix and match any size, any brand of K-Cups. Buy 2 boxes, get 1 free. Now that's what we call a win for your wallet. Find more ways to win by downloading the Winn-Dixie app today. Price is valid through August 6th with Winn-Dixie Rewards. See store for details.
There's nothing like sitting down for a personal conversation with Eddie and Chuck from Farah and Farah. And you can do that every Saturday at noon on News 104.5 WOKV. Join Eddie and Chuck every Saturday on the Consumer Law Hour, where they break down everything from personal injury to civil rights. Join them and be part of the conversation on the Consumer Law Hour, brought to you by Farah and Farah, every Saturday at noon on News 104.5 WOKV.
If you're looking to propose or just looking to get her something to show her how much you love her,
then you're in luck.
Right now at Beard's Jewelry, take advantage of 5 years zero-interest financing.
Yes, 5 years, zero interest financing. You'll already get the rock-bottom prices Beards is known for. But now you get to spread your payments out over 60 months.
How about a $6,000 Tacori or Veragio ring? You pay just $100 a month.
Or a pair of diamond studs for $1,500. You pay just $25 a month. It's the best deal of the summer. Get her that piece of jewelry she's been dreaming about and spread your payments out over 60 months. But it's only happening at Beard's Jewelry during August.
Beard's Jewelry, where exceptional is affordable.
Located at the St. John's Town Center. Or visit beardsdiamonds.com for more details. See the difference. Save thousands.
Did you know that Garber Auto Mall has wiggled in a lifetime warranty on select pre-owned vehicles? That's right, Garber Auto Mall pre-owned vehicles come with a lifetime of protection. At Garber Auto Mall, you get the best trade-in value, best payments, best price, and now a lifetime warranty. Garber Auto Mall wiggles, and with a lifetime warranty, we wiggle big. So visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle.
Seriously, my dealership just fixed the transmission.
We all know how it can be to go to the wrong place for transmission repair. Made up of over 800 pieces, the transmission is the most complex part of your car. So bring it to the transmission experts at AMCO.
And those experts are also your best choice for any repairs. See lots of 4- and 5-star reviews to prove it at AMCOJacksonville.com.
AMCO, always the right fix. AA MCO.
There are many challenges facing small business owners, from financing your operation to hiring the right people. Where can you go to find possible solutions? The Jacksonville chapter of SCORE offers workshops on various topics relevant to running a small business. Subject matter experts lead these workshops, most of which are free or at a nominal cost. If you're interested in attending any of the 120 workshops being held this year, go to the Take a Workshop tab found on our website, jacksonville.score.org.
Every day in our city, as many as 8 cases of child abuse or neglect are reported. Nearly 1,000 kids are served in foster care, and over 350 homeless teens hope for a safe place to sleep. But we can get the support we need from Daniel Kids, Florida's oldest child service agency. We just need one more thing: you.
Improving the odds for kids in crisis begins with each one of us. Please donate at danielkids.org.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A humid day today under partly to at times mostly cloudy skies with on and off showers, a scattered thunderstorm, highs in the 80s. It's a 6 on the WOKV weather meter. Becoming partly cloudy overnight tonight in the low to mid 70s. Partly sunny, hot and humid for your Sunday. There will be some scattered afternoon thunderstorms that develop with a high of 92. And in the early part of next week, Monday right on through Wednesday, will be hot and humid. There'll be a few afternoon showers and thunderstorms each day. Highs in the low to mid 90s. Feel like temperatures above 100 degrees. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 725 here at News 104.5 on the Home and Garden Show. Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden is here. I'm Wally Conway from Home Pro Inspections. And from the north side of Jacksonville is a man named Tom who's contemplating replacing his AC ductwork. Tom, welcome to the show.
How's it going?
Great. What's up with your ductwork? What kind and what's wrong?
Well, the house that I have, I got for free. And
good deal.
Wow,
how did you do that?
I had to move it. It was on property that somebody purchased. They didn't want the house.
Okay.
So I got the house, and it was built in 1911. Obviously, there was no electricity or AC back then.
Nice.
So, fortunately, my general contractor is a friend of mine, and I've been able to take everything that my wife and I want to do and have it professionally put on paper. And we haven't had any problems until we got to the AC. We're not real persnickety people. We're just organized because this is a project that we've wanted to do for a long time.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Right, and it is. Every step of it's exciting because you get to see what you have in your head on paper. Well, the problem that I'm having is we have all of our furniture. We're older. You know, we're not going to go out and buy a bunch of furniture and everything. But we have enough furniture to fill this home. It's about 1,500 square feet.
Is it a single story?
Single story, yes. It's a Georgia Federal, like an old shotgun house.
Beautiful.
We just added on lengthwise. But anyway, the problem I'm having is that my wife, who traditionally gets cold easy, doesn't want the vents blowing on her, and I like the vents blowing on me. And the way our furniture is set up in each room, or in our head right now, the way everything's set up, the guy that's doing our contractor for the AC, I want the vents to blow on me and not blow on her. And I know where my chair is going to be in the room relative to the air conditioner.
Yep.
And so if I just use north, south, east, and west as my directions, right now the air conditioning would be blowing north and south, in the room. And for us, that's perfect. But the contractor says that he can't do it that way. He's got to do it in the opposite direction, like east to west.
What is his limitation? Is it big access in the attic? You're running the ducts in the attic, right?
Yeah, exactly. It all comes to the ceiling. I don't know what his problem is, but I don't agree with him. And I'm just trying to figure out whether so far everything has been fine.
Right.
But this problem that we have now, I'm just thinking, man, I'm just getting
let me do some marital counseling with you. I'll do a little marital counseling, a little bit of air conditioning contractor counseling. The single most important thing to comfort in the room is the temperature and humidity. So you want to make sure that the contractor is doing the things he needs to do so that the temperature is properly managed and the humidity is properly managed. The lower the humidity...
He's saying that it messes up the flow. He says that's his big thing. He's saying that the flow of the room is going to cause a problem. And
here's the compromise position. The calculations are called manual J calculations, which is total air conditioning. Manual D is the duct calculations. You can do the duct calculations. Let's make believe that the calculation said that you needed a 12-inch duct into that room. I made that up. Just make believe it's 12. To get that same...
That's not the problem. The problem...
Hang on. You can have...
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You can have multiple ducts in the room. So rather than one large one, you might have 2 or 3 or 4 smaller ones. It's about the total cubic feet of cool air distributed into the room. How you bring those total square feet, there are numerous ways. So I would have the conversation with them about designing the ductwork such that you had multiple ducts into the same room, more than one would typically consider as normal, and you'll end up just fine. You may also consider hiring someone who truly specializes in duct design and you might say green building. There's a company in town owned by a guy named Kurt, wonderful guy, Greener Air Solutions. He's a mechanical engineer who is awesome at doing oddball duck design, and your situation is oddball. Very candidly, it's rare that an individual wants that duck blowing directly on them. I respect that you do. The reason I share that it's odd is that's why you're getting pushback from other places. But give that a try. Multiple smaller ducks rather than one large. I know that will be successful if it's properly designed. All right?
All right. Can I ask just one more question?
You can, but I'm going to put you on hold till after the break.
Thank you.
It's 7:30 here at News 104.5 WOKV. We've got Fox News traffic, weather, and more of the Home and Garden Show featuring you at 855-765-1045. Stay with us. Right back.
News, I'm Karen McHugh. A cliff collapse kills 3 on a Southern California beach.
A boulder from the cliff had, fallen, and there were chairs and toys and towels scattered everywhere.
A section of the cliff sheared off, dumping a massive amount of dirt and rocks on at least 5 people. A woman died at the scene, and 2 people later died at the hospital. Lifeguard Captain Larry Giles says the bluffs are always dangerous.
We tell people over and over and over, to stay back from these naturally eroding cliffs.
Fox's Carmen Roberts. A federal judge has ruled against the president's asylum policy that would have stopped illegal border crossers from seeking refuge.
The federal judge in this case said that it conflicts with federal immigration law, though, that says any alien can apply for asylum regardless of where they cross the border.
Fox's Garrett Tinney. This is Fox News.
Now, local news from CBS 47, Fox 30 Action News Jax.
At Action News Jax anchor Lorena Inkland for News 104.5 WOKV. Our top story. Right now, St. Johns County deputies are working to identify a body found in the Intracoastal. It happened Friday afternoon near North Griffin Shores Drive. The person appears to be a man about 45 to 55 years old with brown hair and a full graying beard. Detectives are asking the public for information on any missing people who have not yet been reported. A man accused of shooting at a group of people in Fernandina Beach is now facing murder charges. Fernandina Beach police say Zachary Jamison shot and killed Jovan Rico Thursday night. The shooting happened on South 9th Street around 7 o'clock. Police say the woman who called 911 after the shooting told police she knows Jamison and saw him fire the gun. Florida Senator Rick Scott took time off from Washington to become a Budweiser brewmaster for the day. He visited the Anheuser-Busch facility on the North Side Friday. Scott is one of 10 members of Congress competing in the Beer Makers Brew Across America competition. The members are tasked with creating beers inspired by local flavors. Action News Jax this morning continues till 10 on Fox 30. You can watch our live stream by downloading our app right from your phone.
The WOKV app just got an upgrade. Now, the 3 big things you need to know are in the palm of your hand. Get the all-new WOKV app now for Apple or Android. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news, weather, and traffic. News 104.5 WOKV.
Brought to you by Waycross Air Conditioning. Air conditioning service with a workmanship guarantee.
Hello?
You bought an AC from us last week? My boss says I have to do these follow-up calls. So, how did it go?
Oh, I am so glad you called. It was awful.
Whoops, must have the wrong number.
First, the installer smelled like they went on a vodka bender all night.
Ralph actually prefers gin.
Then they tracked dirt all over the floor and left a screw in my driveway that popped my tire.
We always do seem to have a lot of leftover parts.
And of course, they charged me way more than it said it would be in the magazine.
Always read the fine print.
And the worst thing is, it doesn't even work like it's supposed to. Oh, I should have called Waycross.
Oh, got a bad connection. Gotta go. Leave us a good review now.
Why not just get it done right the first time? Brian Kilmeade here, and by now you know I'm recommending Waycross Air Conditioning. Only clean, smart, professional technicians will show up at your home from Waycross, and you'll always know the price and details before they start the work. As always, Waycross is offering their $59 tune-up and great rebates on new systems. WaycrossAC.com.
With so many options to choose from, hiring a roofer in Northeast Florida can be a difficult decision. Before you make a decision, schedule a free estimate with Jack C. Wilson Roofing Company. Jack C. Wilson Roofing has repaired and replaced shingle roofs in Northeast Florida since 1946, and their certified installers emphasize honesty, transparency, and quality craftsmanship. They require no money up front, and you can schedule a free estimate at jackcwilsonroofing.com. Jack C. Wilson Roofing, the first name in Jacksonville roofing.
Hi, I'm Larry of Larry's Garden. One of my favorite things about the South is great weather, which means more time for outside. And at Larry's Garden, we design, install, and maintain every outdoor project. Need to replace a cracked driveway? We do it. Need a patio, pergola, deck, or pavers? We do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. No subcontractors. All work is done by Larry's Garden employees. Low water landscapes, sod replacement, landscape designs that are unbelievable, a complete landscape makeover, we do it. Let one company, Larry's Garden, complete your entire project. Weekly maintenance for communities and commercial locations is also available. For more information, visit larrysgarden.com or call 346-1970. Design, install, maintain. One company, complete project, Larry's Garden.
Say hello to your new secret advertising weapon, your own branded mobile phone number. StarStar Mobile provisions vanity mobile numbers prefixed by StarStar, providing audiences an easy way to reach your business. Give it a try now by dialing StarStar Mobile from your mobile phone. That's StarStar Mobile. When prospective customers see your offline or online ad and they dial your branded StarStar Mobile number, StarStar Mobile helps to convert them through text, voice, and online communications. Give it a try now by dialing StarStar Mobile from your mobile phone. That's StarStar Mobile.
A healthier you is the first step toward a healthy baby. When planning a pregnancy, baby steps toward better health can deliver big results. Exercising regularly and eating a balanced diet will help you reach or maintain a healthy weight and increase the likelihood of a healthy baby. Taking a multivitamin containing folic acid every day helps prevent birth defects, and regular medical and dental checkups are especially important when planning for pregnancy. To learn more about taking your baby steps toward a healthy pregnancy, call Florida's Family Healthline at 1-800-451-2229.
As a woman, you've spent years taking care of everyone else. When you retire, it's finally your turn. And here's a little secret. Women and men have different needs and different emotions when it comes to retirement. What to do? Listen to Woman's Worth Radio each Sunday at 10 a.m. Woman's Worth founder Jeanette Bajalia believes your retirement isn't just about the money. It's about your total health. Woman's Worth Radio, Sundays at 10 a.m.
Hey, it's for us guys, too.
Listen to Woman's Worth Radio this Sunday at 10 a.m.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter with partly to mostly cloudy skies today. It'll be humid with some on and off showers, a scattered thunderstorm. Highs in the mid to upper 80s. Becoming partly cloudy, muggy overnight tonight, 73. Partly sunny, a little hotter tomorrow. Scattered afternoon thunderstorms, a high of 92. And Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will all be partly sunny, hot and humid with scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms and highs in the low to mid 90s. With your First Alert Forecast, I'm Action News Jack's Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
It's 7:38 here at News 104.5 on Home and Garden Show. Grateful that you're with us, enjoying the day. I'm Wally Conway from Home Pro Inspections, along with Larry O'Neill from Larry's Garden. If you'd like to check in with us, love to hear from you at 855-765-1045. Also happy for those who are following along in our live audios as well as video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Over to Orange Park, checking in with Nancy to try to figure out why in the world her St. Augustine grass is red. Nancy, when did this start?
That's unusual.
Just this last week. Last week it was very plush, green, shiny, full of life. Mm-hmm. And it's like it's taking over the whole yard, and spots in the backyard, too. It's turning like a brownish red, like it's dying, like it's starving or something.
Okay. Is the grass thinning down?
In certain spots, yes.
Yeah, okay. It sounds like some type of brown patch, summer patch on that. So just go to Home Depot or Lowe's or the local garden center and get yourself a bag of fungicide. And it's pretty easy to fix.
You want to act quick, though, it sounds like.
Yeah, you want to act quick. It moves quickly. So, in fact, I do it just this week, today, if you can, because it does move quickly. So get a drop spreader and just put it out. You'll have immediately. If you follow the directions, it will stop it dead in its tracks, and then just a little bit. Then water it in, and you should be good. It'd give you about 30 to 60 days of protection, depends on how much rainfall. And then for recovery, you can put a little bit of mill organite or a little just out there, or a little bit of fertilizer, and should recover.
After it recovers, or do that simultaneous?
No, wait until it recovers, and you notice it's not getting any worse, and it's over, and then you just go up to a little bit of a fertilizer on there and get a little recovery on the fringes. Now, the area where it's been, working, the fungus has been working for a long time, that's going to be dead, so you're going to have a little bit of time to go, or you can take some plugs from your own yard, or, if you're trimming out your flower bed's a little too narrow, you can cut out some plugs from that area and then just replug it.
So the infected part's going to die.
Yeah, whatever is highly infected is going to die. You're just going to stop where its damage is doing, and then you repair that either with some fertilizer. The grasses on the margins will grow out and cover that. Some of the good ways to keep it a really good thing to do. If you want to keep your weeds down again, because you have an open spot, it's going to be full of weeds in a matter of days here in our area. And get some, topsoil or black cow or any type of garden soil, Scott's, and then just cover that area with around 2 inches of it. It's going to give it an enhancing growing environment and increase that weed barrier. So the weeds will not germinate because you're blocking the sunlight. And then also when the grass grows in more quickly in that area. All right?
Now, we have a lawn service that comes out and sprays for the weeds and stuff like that. Is this fungicide going to hurt what they do, or should they be doing that?
Well, I'd call, if you got a lawn service, I'd get them to come out and take and respray or something went wrong.
And ask him if he's been paying attention.
Something went wrong somewhere along the line if they've been doing it preventatively. Yeah, you could be at the tail end of the time, and where they're supposed to spray the fungicide. I don't know what kind of fungicide they are, where its effectiveness starts to decrease. With a lot of rainfall, it will speed up the ability for it to not to be effective. So lawn service it's a big problem, because they're trying to figure out where's the mean here, where's the point where too much is too much, where's the point it's not enough, what's the latest insight.
When they see the red grass, that means it's time to take action.
They need to take care of that.
When they came out to spray, they sprayed like the early part of July, but it was all green. This just happened last week.
Maybe they didn't put any fungicide down, and maybe they didn't have it at the right dilution. There could be a variety of things.
Invite them back out.
Yeah. Have them, if you're paying for service, they need to come back out and take a look.
And don't delay.
More than likely, it's fungus in the lawn. Okay?
All right, thank you.
It's got to be done quickly.
Thank you, Nancy.
Okay.
Yeah, speed is life.
Bye-bye.
I was thinking about the gentleman we spoke with earlier who has the house built in 1911. They've moved it to a new location. They're now doing the heating and air. He wants the air to blow directly on him in his favorite chair. The wife says, I don't want air blowing on me. I get that. We talked about having multiple ducts in the same room, having them sized correctly. That's a very simple solution. Something else he could consider is putting a mini split right adjacent to his chair. And then he can have basically Antarctica if he wants to.
Or put a heater next to hers.
Well,
you know what I mean?
A wise man once said, happy wife, happy life.
Okay.
And to be truthful, the gentleman who wants that cold air blowing on him, that's the anomaly. It's not wrong. It's just that's not the norm.
Yeah.
So I would make the whole house normalized for comfort.
Right.
And then that individual location that
most
was so
guys
specific.
like it cold. You know what I mean? They ain't going to like it cold. They want it.
Well,
you're just tight on that nickel. You'll sweat a little bit.
In my energy auditing and other experience, it has more often been the wife
wants it cold
who wants it cooler.
Really?
Yeah, and the remedy is to make it drier.
Okay.
Because when we dehumidify and the air gets drier, humans are comfortable across a wider temperature range.
Right.
And it's about the comfort, not about the particular
California,
temperature.
It could be 80
It's a dry
degrees.
heat.
It's dry heat. It's not going to make you uncomfortable. Not, 85% humidity.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So it's real easy. The difficulty is understanding the components of comfort help you design for comfort. It's not the temperature. If it's very humid in your house, as you continue to drop the temperature, it actually increases the humidity. So now you feel cold and clammy. So the colder it gets, the more humid it gets, which seems counterintuitive, but it's just the physics of it all, that it gets worse. If you lead with dehumidification, you get comfortable sooner, you get comfortable less expensive, and you're comfortable across a broader temperature range. So like in our house, we set the humidity at 45%. I set the temperature at 80, and no one complained.
Well, let's ask you this about if you're going to you install a dehumidifier. How does that work?
Well, I wasn't advocating installing a dehumidifier.
Or have your air conditioning?
Yes. If you have a variable speed air handler and it's running slower, what happens is as that air is slowly moving across the cooling coil, it sucks more humidity, more water out of the system. And it's like a hot stove. So if you got a hot glowing stove, you could hit your hand on it like in a microsecond and it didn't burn you. But if you put it there slowly, it burns you. So the slower and longer the contact, the greater the heat exchange. The heat exchange in cooling is sucking out the temperature. When it sucks out the temperature, it drops the temperature below the dew point, and that's when it dehumidifies. The water falls into the pan, into the condensate drain line. So comfort is primarily a function of humidity.
So you want a variable speed air conditioner
so that it can run. It's also cheaper. Speed is very expensive. So a slow running motor is considerably less expensive to run than a high speed motor. So what happens is the motor runs longer and slower, squeezes more water out, and in the process you get cooling and comfort. It works like a champ.
Wow. Yeah, because when it's dry, you're going to feel more comfortable. I noticed a difference when it rains and then in the morning and then it heats up during the day. It's much drier. You get all the moisture off the ground. It's readily available for evaporation. It's gone, and then even though it's warmer, it's not that much.
Well, that first blast after a late rain dramatically pumps the humidity up. Because if the water hits that hot tar, bam.
Immediately. It's just you're just like in a sauna. Yeah.
And once that cools, then it becomes drier.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
If you're getting ready for the fall season, this is the time to start planting your seeds. Seeds are the best thing to do for your garden. They're cheap. You can buy a whole package of seed for a couple bucks. You don't want to spend $40 a pair a head of broccoli, because you spend so much fertilizer, all the cultivation and fertilizer.
Like my citrus trees,
like yours, kind of like your citrus trees.
$5 per orange.
I don't want to bring it up, but broccoli is a cauliflower, tomatoes. You can all start right now. The second crop is coming in. The time for our second crop. Florida has some great advantage of as being an agricultural state is that we have two seasons: the summer, the spring, and then the fall are two different cropping seasons. Tomatoes easy to grow in the fall. Did you see that? Have you ever tried this new stuff with broccoli called brockamole?
No.
That's a great idea. I got excited about it. Brockamole, yeah.
Oh.
Broccoli is one of the healthiest foods for you. Like they call it superfood. And then you can make a brockamole out of it.
Brockamole.
So I encourage you to plant more broccoli if you're a garden.
Gosh, I wish my wife listened to the show.
Brockamole. Man, when I read that and I looked at the ingredients of the recipe, I said, wow, I got to plant more broccoli. You know what I mean? So it's a great crop for now. If you have a rose garden, if you really love to have roses, this is the time. Start the fertilization of the roses.
Take me back to the brockamole, bro.
Brockamole, yes.
Have you tried it?
No, I'm going to. I read a recipe about it, and then I was reading about, cultivation of broccoli a little bit.
Yeah.
Some of the new types that are coming out and new hybrids that are coming out. And then they had a recipe on...
Put red onions in it?
Oh, yeah.
What do you put in to give it a little bit of a
mayonnaise and a little bit of olive oil.
Mayonnaise
and then they say you can blend the two a little bit of avocado and broccoli together.
That's like a trainer guacamole.
Yes. Can you imagine that? Brockamole, little olive oil, little salt, little onion, And
do you have any of the olive oil left I gave you from the olive oil hunter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But so that's a great recipe. I need to try that out. I mean,
how about cauliflower amole?
That's another great idea. we're
Have you ever had Romanesque cauliflower?
Yeah,
it's purple cauliflower.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Purple,
it has a texture
yellow.
like a horn toad.
Yeah, yes.
Romanesque
yellow, and they have that purple color. Yeah. But
the more color on your plate,
yes,
the more
higher
nutrients you're getting.
Antioxidants.
Yeah.
Higher antioxidants. And broccoli is one of those superfoods, So
I like it raw.
Yeah, I could eat it raw. They say it's better to cook it a little bit because it's easier to digest.
Well, yeah, that goes back to what is the name of the chemical that plants secrete to kill bugs?
We were just talking about last week.
Yeah.
It starts with L.
Lipine.
Is
that right? Lipine?
No. Maybe, I don't know. It's close enough.
I like it raw.
Yeah, because they were talking about some like tomatoes. It would be high.
Tia just checked in and said broccoli coleslaw.
Oh, yes. That sounds good too.
With bourbon, Tia.
You could take the stems. The stems will make that get a nice firm. Because a lot of people don't eat the stems. You know what I mean?
I do.
And you can grind it up and make that nice broccoli coleslaw.
Broccoli coleslaw, brockamole.
I mean, we're rediscovering broccoli. Yeah.
Wow.
And then there's plenty of new cultivars.
I got to take a break and catch my breath.
in Florida. So winter is a Florida broccoli season. So get out there with your seeds and get going.
Brockamole. 7:51 here at News 1. I got so excited.
Yeah.
7:51 here at News 104.5 on Home and Garden Show. Brief break, jumping back on the phones at 855-765-1045. Stay with us, right back.
Mouse watering.
Stay connected with the WOKV app. Listen to News 104.5 WOKV anytime, anywhere. Get the latest breaking news and share your thoughts using the open mic. It's simply the best. Download the News 104.5 WOKV app now. This is where Jacksonville turns first for breaking news, weather, and traffic. News 104.5 WOKV.
Did you know 9 out of 10 WellMed patients would recommend WellMed to friends and family? That's what our patients said in a 2017 Press Ganey survey. At WellMed, we have a better approach to health. Our doctors specialize in keeping people on Medicare healthy by practicing proactive, preventive medicine so you can live your best life. We provide care you can count on now and for many years to come. Learn more about the WellMed difference at wellmedfindadoctor.com.
Hi, Stan Nagel for Energy Seal Foam Insulation, reminding you that summer is here. So you don't want to be hot this year. Wouldn't it be nice this summer to dial your air down to 72 degrees and pay less money for it? Call Energy Seal and it's fixed. 888-306-3626. Look us up on the web, EnergySealToday.com. Whether it's your home, your office, or any metal building, Energy Seal will keep you cool this summer. Book now before we're busy and save 20% off our summer rates. Call 888-306-3626. Look us up on the web, EnergySealToday.com.
Best prices of the year on all rings this weekend at Diamonds Direct. It's here. Diamonds Direct's legendary summer ring event. Extra savings on thousands of rings. All wedding bands on sale. All eternity bands on sale. All colored gemstone rings on sale. Plus thousands and thousands of engagement ring settings on sale for this incredible event. Lowest prices plus special financing up to 48 months. Ring designers are here too. All new styles on sale. It's happening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Diamonds Direct.
At the markets at Town Center.
What do you dream about? Maybe you dream about riding in your parents' old station wagon. And it's on a roller coaster track. Or maybe you don't dream at all because you suffer from sleep apnea. Now there's hope with Inspire, a sleep apnea innovation that allows you to get the sleep you've been dreaming about without a mask or a hose. Learn how to treat sleep apnea and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
There's nothing like sitting down for a personal conversation with Eddie and Chuck from Farah and Farah. And you can do that every Saturday at noon on News 104.5 WOKV. Join Eddie and Chuck every Saturday on the Consumer Law Hour, where they break down everything from personal injury to civil rights. Join them and be part of the conversation on the Consumer Law Hour, brought to you by Farah and Farah, every Saturday at noon on News 104.5 WOKV.
Jake's sitting in his car outside of Racetrack thinking, 15 minutes till my next meeting. That's plenty of time for whatever, like a breakfast sandwich, a Red Bull, and maybe even a little something to snack on mid-meeting. So put that seat back and relax. keep going. Yeah, now that's whatever. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going.
Thank you so much for fixing my horrible teeth.
And thank you, WOKV listeners, for your fantastic response to our recent advertising. I'm Dr. Michael Spencer at Riverside Dental and Implant Center. If you need new dentures that actually fit or implants, we can fix them, like we've done for over 20,000 happy patients. Call us at 1-877-NEW-TEETH for a free exam and consultation. We'll give you our honest assessment of what your options are, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg. 1-877-NEW-TEETH.
Here's MJ Easterling, president of Florida Pump Service.
We receive a lot of calls from customers who have used a handyman or an individual for their pump and well issues, and now that person is no longer in business or can't be found by phone. At Florida Pump Service, you'll never have those problems. For over 69 years, we have been providing fast, reliable, 24-hour service for all of your pump and well needs. With over 100 years combined experience, we're here when you need us.
Call 269-0202. That's 269-0202. Florida Pump Service. We make water happen.
What if I told you there was a way to step into another gear for your brain and be much sharper, more focused, and improve your memory to a level that you could only dream about, and notice these results in 30 minutes? Hard to believe? Neuroscientists are calling this new brain discovery the biggest advancement in brain science to date. It's called Limitless, the brain pill of the future. Take it, and within 30 minutes, you'll transport your mind to a new level of focus and clarity you would have never thought possible.
I took Limitless, and it started working in minutes. All of a sudden, it felt like a dark cloud had been lifted up right before my eyes. I have a mental clarity I've never felt before.
Biz execs, athletes, teachers, and students are calling Limitless a secret weapon for the brain. You have nothing to lose, so call now and find out how to get a free bottle today.
Find out how to get a free bottle of Limitless. Call 1-800-617-1604. 800-617-1604. Free bottles for a limited time. Call now. 800-617-1604. 800-617-1604.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A humid day today under partly to at times mostly cloudy skies with on and off showers, a scattered thunderstorm, highs in the 80s. It's a 6 on the WOKV weather meter. Becoming partly cloudy overnight tonight in the low to mid 70s, partly sunny, hot and humid for your Sunday. There will be some scattered afternoon thunderstorms that develop with a high of 92. And then the early part of next week, Monday right on through Wednesday, will be hot and humid. There'll be a few afternoon showers and thunderstorms each day. Highs in the low to mid 90s, feel like temperatures above 100 degrees. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jack's chief meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
The morning household hurry can be worse than anything I-95 can throw at you. But there's one person that understands your need to move quick in the morning and your need for news, weather, and traffic.
That's me, Alexa.
Wake up and listen at home every morning. Just ask Alexa to play News 104.5 WOKV.
Welcome back to the Home and Garden Show, 7:57. Grateful that you've been with us this final segment, and our final caller will be Eric from the beach. See if we can help him with his AC decisions. Eric, welcome to the Home and Garden Show. Got about a minute. Tell us about it, sir.
I have a 17-year-old 4-ton unit I want to change out, and I'm contemplating going with the individual in-room, like Fujitsu units versus the
mini splits.
Right.
How big is the house? 4 tons, but a pretty good sized house?
Yeah, it's 2,000 square feet air conditioned under that unit.
Yep. So with the number of mini splits that you're going to need, both the central unit as well as the heads itself, you're going to spend considerably more money. I'd swag double the amount of money to do it.
Whoa, that's a little bit extra.
Yeah, because he's got a lot of rooms. He's going to need at least.
So when is he going to get cost neutral?
Never.
Okay.
I got to be honest, Eric. If I'm spending my own money, I would replace the existing unit with something that had a variable speed air handler, and really do that piece of it well, as opposed to the mini split. The exception to that would be is if I'm having a significant comfort issue in a particular room, I might then augment that with a mini split if I'm spending my own money.
That's the exact reason why I'm considering the mini split. It's a brick house.
Yeah.
My master bedroom is on the far end from that unit.
Yep, that's
and
typical.
as it travels through the attic, it does not cool my room efficiently.
There
The
you
rest
go.
of the house will be in the 60s.
It was built in the 60s. You may just be able to solve that also with proper returns. If the house was built in the 60s, it almost assuredly doesn't have good returns. So if you
No. No, the rest of the house will be in the 60s, and my bedroom will be 75 to 80.
Yeah.
So the house was built 86.
Does it have its own return air duct?
It does not. I have a inside central. I have one air handler for that portion of the house.
Yep. Got to run, and we're at the end of the show, but I would encourage you to have a conversation with your contractor about improving the returns and getting a good quality system. It's 8 o'clock. Grateful that you were with us, and please use your turn signal.
Thanks for listening.
WOKV-FM and WOKV HD1 Atlantic Beach. Powered by New South Factory Direct Windows. Listen everywhere in the TuneIn Radio app. News 104.5 WOKV, a Cox Media Group station.
Another legal defeat on immigration for the Trump administration. I'm Pam Puso. Fox News. A presidential proclamation on asylum shot down in federal court. Fox's Garrett Tenney has more from El Paso, Texas.
This specific policy said that you are only eligible to claim asylum if you come to the U.S. through a legal port of entry like this one. If you're caught crossing the border somewhere else, you're not eligible. The federal judge in this case said that it conflicts with federal immigration law, though, that says any alien can apply for asylum regardless of where they cross the border.
The White House is appealing the ruling. Last week, a restraining order was issued against a new administration policy that would block migrants from claiming asylum if they pass through a third country before reaching the U.S. The victims of a California cliff collapse may not have known what hit them. Yesterday, at a beach north of San Diego, a massive bluff came crashing down.
The area that broke off was about 25 by 30 feet, about 10 feet tall at its highest point. We know no children were hurt, but the collapse resulted in one woman being pronounced dead at the scene and two others eventually dying from their injuries after being transported to local hospitals.
Reporter Kasha Grigorchek with Fox 5 in San Diego. Lifeguards and emergency personnel frantically work to clear piles of debris. Grandview Beach is closed. In Northern California, a tragic fall kills a tourist at Yosemite National Park. Authorities say the Romanian man slipped on wet rocks near a waterfall. He fell about 20 feet. 9 straight weekends of protest in Hong Kong. Pro-democracy protesters throwing a Chinese national flag into Victoria Harbor after removing it from a flagpole. This is Fox News.
Now, local news from CBS 47, Fox 30 Action News Jax.
I'm Action News Jax anchor Lorena in Clanford News 104.5 WOKV. Our top story, the fourth of 4 teens who escaped from a juvenile detention facility in Jacksonville is back behind bars. On Friday, Tasia Bing was caught in Central Florida in a house where police say they also found drugs and guns. Action News Jax told you when Bing and 4 other boys staged a fight to escape the facility on Laney Road on July 20th. Tonight will be the last Saturday of the summer for some local students to enjoy before heading back to start another school year. On Monday, Charlton County students will begin the new year, followed by Brantley and Pierce counties on Wednesday, then Glynn County on Thursday. Now it's a good time to get back to school and that back to school shopping done as well. Florida's tax-free holiday is underway and goes through Tuesday. Certain school items and even clothing are exempt from taxes. You can find the details and even some deals on actionnewsjax.com. Join us tonight at 6 on CBS 47, Action News Jax.
Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
A 6 on the WOKV weather meter with partly to mostly cloudy skies today. It'll be humid with some on and off showers, a scattered thunderstorm. Highs in the mid to upper 80s. Becoming partly cloudy, muggy overnight tonight, 73. Partly sunny, a little hotter tomorrow. Scattered afternoon thunderstorms, a high of 92. And Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will all be partly sunny, hot and humid with scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms and highs in the low to mid 90s. With your First Alert Forecast, I'm Action News Jax, Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish for News 104.5 WOKV.
The following hour was paid for by the host and does not reflect the opinion of News 104.5 WOKV or Cox Media Group.
Mike Lester is an investment advisor representative of Retirement Wealth Advisors, Inc., an SEC registered investment advisor. Talon Wealth Management, Retirement Wealth Advisors, and this radio station are not affiliated.
Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendation to buy or sell any financial vehicle. This information should not be considered tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with professionals specializing in the fields of tax, legal, accounting, or investments regarding the applicability of this information to their situation. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments will fluctuate, and when redeemed, may be worth more or less than when originally invested.
Hope you're having a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining us on Guarding Your Nest Egg with Mike Lester and the team from Talon Wealth Management. My name is Kristen Charles, alongside Mike on the radio each week, talking about things that affect your financial life. When you're over the age of 59 for the most part, when you save for retirement and you're close to it or already there, you look at everything differently, and that's what this show is about. How do you need to be looking at the headlines? For instance, how international news like a trade war can affect your personal economy. We're going to flash back to a major event in history that we all remember and embrace, and talk about some small steps that we can take to make sure that we have success in our financial future. You can find out more about Mike and the team right now at guardingyournestegg.com. Mike, I'm jealous. Recently, you had a chance to take the family down to the Keys and not only have some great family time, but some fun in the sun.
Yes, fun in the sun, and the Florida Keys are great. Don't be too jealous. We had 6 children in all.
Oh, yeah, not jealous anymore.
2 of them were 3. So that was a challenge between all the little sticky fingers and the juice and everything spilt everywhere. But I know a lot of our listeners are aware, and then probably a lot of our listeners aren't aware, but down in the Florida Keys, they have what's called a mini lobster season, and we've been doing that as a family for a long time, having grown up in Florida. So basically brought all the kids down, and you go out, and it's, I think it was an adult Easter egg hunt. So you go around.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, they're not colored, they're not different colors or anything, you know, they're pretty much all the same color, but yeah, you go out and it's an excuse to barbecue and spend a lot of time in the water, and you dive down. It's not that deep, it's maybe anywhere from 6 to 10 feet deep, and you dive down and try to get these lobsters into a net and back in the boat, then go home and grill them. And these are, for people who don't know, these are not the lobsters with claws, right? So we aren't risking any
not like traditional lobsters from Maine.
No, no, it's a spiny lobster. It's a warm water lobster. But yeah, we had a great time and got a bunch of lobster. And
do you eat it the same way?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, you grill it. It doesn't taste as good as a Maine lobster. It's
more the fun and the novelty of obtaining it.
That's right.
With the kids.
And who got the most? I mean, you come back to the docks and who got the most lobsters. It's a whole competition thing. Literally,
cool.
It's like Easter eggs. You know, who got the most Easter eggs? Who got the most lobsters? And bragging rights for next year. That whole thing. So yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun, but except for the 6 kids being involved, I would be in all day.
Well, that's part of having lots of kids, right?
That's true. And having friends that also have kids as well. But always fun to do things like that, whether it's with the kids or grandkids. And we like to talk about real life here on the show. And don't forget, part of our real life conversation is making sure that you are able to guard your nest egg. If you have questions about that, you're over the age of 59 and a half, and you've saved for retirement $250,000 or more, you can speak to Mike or another team member off the air and get any questions answered you've been wondering, or set up a time to come in and sit down with them one-on-one and find out about that CFP, that comprehensive financial plan. 904-515-5000. That's 904-515-5000. Connect as well at guardingyournestegg.com. So how do we decide when and where to invest our money? That's a really important question. And NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal tells the Wall Street Journal that for him, he likes to invest only in things that he really understands.
After my first championship, Wheaties. My people say, hey, man, why don't you be on the cover of Wheaties? I said, I can't do that. They said, what do you mean, brother? Breakfast of Champions? I said, don't know what it tastes like. Never going to taste it. Frosted Flakes will always be my first option if you want to talk cereal business with me. Then Fruit Loops, then Fruity Pebbles. Period. There ain't nothing to talk about.
And Mike, first question is more important than anything else. If you could have any kids cereal, which I know you don't regularly do this.
They were all kids cereals, yes.
But any kids cereal, your favorite ever, what would it be? For me, it's Lucky Charms.
Really? Yeah, Lucky Charms ago, and I did like Fruity Pebbles when I was a kid. But right now, listening to him go through those 3 top cereals, it just makes my stomach turn.
It makes my
sickeningly sweet. Yeah, too much.
Makes my teeth hurt. Feel like I'm going to get cavities too. But
yeah,
I do get what he's saying. He wants to be a part of something he understands. I get the big picture there, and it works well for Shaq, obviously. But how do you decide what kind of investments are appropriate for your clients?
Well, it starts with what the client's looking to accomplish. So obviously we talk about this on the radio every single week, but we're sitting down with individuals and doing financial planning and analysis of their current portfolios. So the beginning to that process is the first meeting is very much a get to know you and just finding out what's important to them. We're structuring portfolios and investments around what it is that they're looking to accomplish.
Okay.
Once they've explained to us, what their needs are or desires with the portfolio, we can do that. Somebody might come in and we're going through everything, and they might tell us, hey, listen, I just can't handle volatility in markets. I don't like market risk. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't need the highest average rate of return in the world. I just need to know that if the stock market crashes, I'm not going to have a really big problem. And frankly, there are people that have zero interest in being invested in the stock market. So that's a very specific type of investing. And we can sit down with individuals and go through all of the options that are available to them to accomplish those goals, right? Then we'd also sit down with someone else who says, listen, I've been pretty aggressive historically investing. I mean, I've got a client who's, well, several actually, but I'm just thinking of one in particular. Every time we do our review meetings, he's like, hey, listen, I believe in markets long term. I know there's going to be volatility, but I want an aggressive portfolio. As long as you have a plan in place to help me if we're about to get a market crash or something like that, I want to be as aggressive as possible. And so we put together that type of a plan for him. Most people, Kristen, are fairly moderate. I mean, they don't want a ton of risk, but they realize to get a higher average rate of return. And I'd say rate of return wise, most people are looking to be, 7, 8, 9% average is I think what a lot of people would like to see in a portfolio. And to do that, you're going to need to take some risk in the market to get that type of average rate of return. As long as it's controlled risk, and as long as we aren't putting people in hang-in-there portfolios where we just say, well, after they've lost a ton of money, hey, don't worry, eventually it'll come back, that works. And that's why we use actively managed tactical portfolios, so that we literally don't have to tell somebody after they've lost a ton of money, well, hey, don't worry, eventually it'll come back. We want to be proactive, not reactive to that type of situation. So, going back to Shaq and preferences, that's fine. I mean, I get it. It's our job to help individuals that are either retired or very close to it understand what their options are and build efficient portfolios. If we can show them how to get a higher average rate of return net of any fee that they would pay us to manage their portfolio, then we're adding value. If we can't do that, then there's literally no reason for them to work with us. But also our clients are typically retired or very close to it. Close to it meaning 59 and a half or older. Or currently retired, usually have most of our investments, if you have saved, say, $250,000 or more towards retirement, that's a good area for us to help you with. In those situations, if what we can do is we can sit down, do an analysis of the current portfolio, find out if you're efficient, see if we can add any value, but at the same time actually put together a financial plan that is literally that roadmap to retirement or a roadmap to stay retired. And knowing what you need to do to grow and protect your money, particularly with this volatility, is really, really important. So if somebody would like to come sit down with us at one of our offices, if you can hear us on the radio right now, we have an office very close to you. Just give us a call in the next 10 minutes and we can put together that analysis and comprehensive financial plan for you complimentary.
904-515-5000. That's 904-515-5000. That CFP, that comprehensive financial plan, is a $1,500 value, but complimentary if you call within the next 10 minutes. Don't forget, you can link up and find out more, too, at guardingyournest.com. It's no secret that we all have very different ideas about what we want to do when we retire, and also different ideas about when we'd like to end our careers. But 1 in 4 people surveyed by the AP say they don't plan to ever stop working. I don't know about that, but investing strategist Donald Luskin tells Fox Business that he doesn't understand why anyone looks forward to retiring.
What do people do when they retire? How do you spend a day? Is bowling that interesting? Is fishing that interesting? I mean, I happen to love my work. Why do I want to stop it? What a great country where we have the opportunity to keep working. What a miracle where our lives are long enough and we're healthy enough and mentally alert enough so that we don't have to retire like generations before us. This is a great blessing. You should embrace it.
This guy's crazy. He's absolutely crazy. I will speak for all of the listeners. There is a small percentage of people that just love what they do so much they never can imagine stop doing it. But within reason, we all do want to go enjoy other stuff. Yes, fishing, golfing, traveling, whatever that is.
Speaking of crazy, not the content of what he was saying, but did he remind you of Bernie Sanders at all? He has
his hyperness and the way he speaks.
His hyperness and the way he speaks.
A little bit.
I mean, yeah, crazy in two different ways. Both
that kind of summarizes everything right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I love what I do. It never feels like work. At this point in my life, I can't imagine retiring, probably because, A, I love what I'm doing, but also I've got young kids. I have a family. I've got 4 children, and some of them are pretty young. I can't imagine retiring anytime soon. But good for him, I guess. Yeah. But a lot of people do want to make that transition into retirement. That's what they've been looking forward to for a long, long time, 30 or 40 years as they've prepared for it. But that being said, most of the people that we're talking to are really, really looking forward to transitioning to retirement, and they're just looking for answers as to how, because when they do make that switch from getting the income from their employer and they know where the check comes from every month that covers their cost of living to not working, where does the money come from? And it's interesting, Kristen, the mechanics of getting money out of your investments into your checking account, it's not all that obvious, right, to most people. Mm-hmm. You have to know how to invest the money for starters, and then you have to know how to access the money, and then you have to know how to get it from your brokerage account or your 401k or your IRA or your joint account over into your checking account. Then you have to make sure that that income never runs out for the rest of your life. On top of that, you have to think about things like inflation and taxes. So things aren't going to cost less in the future. So you need an increased income stream over time. Taxes will be changing over time. We have tax laws now that Trump put in place, but those are likely to change in your retirement if retirement is 30 years plus. So all of this goes into the financial planning process and just understanding when you're not crazy like that guy and never wants to retire and you're going to make that switch into retirement, having a roadmap to make it happen, to me, makes a lot of sense. And Chris, and frankly, I think it makes a lot of sense to a lot of our listeners because we're getting calls every week about helping individuals, first of all, understand their portfolio and how it should look to be able to make that transition to retirement, meaning they can't afford to take a lot of risk. They need to protect and grow their money. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, how to set up that income stream for themselves that's going to last throughout their life while protecting their principal and thinking about things like taxes and inflation. So anybody who's listening, if you want to come sit down with us, we have an office very close to you if you're listening. Just give us a call. We'll find the closest office, and we can sit down with you for that comprehensive financial plan and analysis of your current portfolio complimentary.
904-515-5000. That's 904-515-5000. Call within the next 10 minutes. That comprehensive financial plan, we call it a CFP. It's a $1,500 value, but no charge at all if you call within the next 10 minutes. And this is if you're either retired or 59 and a half and older and have $250,000 or more set aside for retirement. Connect to it, guardingyournestegg.com. Up next, how much of your retirement will Social Security actually cover? And a flashback to a huge moment in history. And you finding out some small steps you can take today to make sure you're guarding your nest egg for the future. Here with Mike Lester of Talon Wealth Management.
What does your financial advisor tell you when your portfolio isn't making money? Chances are it's something along the lines of hang in there, it's bound to pick up. But guess what? If you're in your 50s, you don't have time for that. These last few working years can make or break your retirement. So you need to make every dollar count right now. That's why I want you to call Mike Lester and his team at Talon Wealth Management right here in Jacksonville. Mike understands that your portfolio is about more than just a 401k or a TSP. It's about being tactical and earning the best possible rate of return while still protecting and growing your money. You need to stop reacting to the market and start being proactive. Call Mike today at 904-515-5000, and he'll help you create a comprehensive financial plan at no charge. That's 904-515-5000 or online at guardingyournestegg.com.
Man on the Moon, Guarding Your Nest Egg with Mike Lester of Talon Wealth Management. Online at guardingyournestegg.com. Yes, man did go on the moon. It's always amusing to me, Mike, when we've got the conspiracy theories folks out there saying that man did not walk on the moon. That was a movie set. No, it was real. In fact, 50 years ago.
Don't tell them that. They are pretty convinced.
They are pretty convinced. I have never understood folks that think that way. I do actually know one person that thinks it was a conspiracy theory, and it's someone that you know as well.
Okay.
And I'm not going to loud them out on the radio, but I will tell you in our next break who it is, and you will be surprised.
Really? All right.
People that believe that, I am blown away by. I think you'll be blown away by this one, too.
It's not our producer?
No, it's not our producer, Doug. Absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
I was thinking.
It was 50 years ago that Neil Armstrong made history by becoming the very first person to set foot on the moon.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Oh, that looks beautiful from radio. It's very pretty out here.
Up until that exact moment, a lot of people thought that the goal of putting a man on the moon was completely unattainable, something that's never going to happen. And people do have some hesitation about retirement, making sure that they're going to be okay. So what are some small steps that folks can take listening right now to make sure that they're successful guarding their nest egg and having their own version of a successful financial future?
First of all, I think we want to define success. So I would define...
And that's probably different for everybody, right?
It's a little bit different for everyone, but most of the people that we're talking to would define success as certainly maintaining their current standard of living. Nobody wants to make that transition from working into retirement and, have to get a smaller house, have a smaller car.
Downsize in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be, your excitement for the day to be Price is Right, like every afternoon while you're waiting for that to come on in retirement. It's just not that much. I mean, I like Price is Right, but I don't want, is that even still on?
Yes, it is. Still successful. Okay. I think it's Drew Carey's the host.
I just remember from childhood, I think that comes on around 10 or 11 o'clock. And you don't want to have to live your retirement where you're at home every day at 10 or 11 o'clock every single day to make that happen. You want to be able to go out and travel and see family and do all the things that you've imagined. So the steps that we need to take to make sure that that's going to happen are going to be, you can't afford to take big losses in portfolios. I'm not a big doom and gloom guy, but if you've got a 401k or an IRA or a TSP, any type of a retirement account that's invested in markets, you understand it. When markets are doing well, it's going up. And if markets are doing terrible, it's going down. The timing of all that's important. You really can't afford to have a hang in there strategy, Kristen, in my opinion at least, if you're getting close to retirement. I'd say if you're within 5 years of retirement, whenever the next market crash happens, and I could argue that it's probably going to happen sooner than later. We're in almost an 11-year bull market where markets have been going up. They can't go up all the time.
Yeah, at some point it's got to give.
It's got to give. And you know what? That's not necessarily a terrible thing. It just creates future opportunities if markets are crashing. But you have to have a plan for that. You can't hang in there through it, because how long will it take? If you suffer in the next crash, how long is it going to take to get your money back? If you're planning on retiring within the next 5 years, that could be problematic. You could actually have less money 5 years from now than you have right now if you get that crash. And that's exactly the type of thing that people are worried about is the timing of all of that. And what we're doing is we want to make sure that our clients have a plan. We want to make sure that we're not utilizing hang-in-there portfolios. If indicators are saying markets aren't likely to do well, we want to make sure we're proactive and do something about that. Kristen, if you take a look at IRA accounts, 401k accounts, 403b accounts, TSP accounts, I mean, these are just typical retirement accounts that somebody might have. You can move that money out of stock positions into cash positions, and there's no taxable event there. Meaning, if you had gains from the past 11 years of markets doing well and you move it into cash in those retirement accounts, it doesn't trigger a tax bill for you. And once you understand that and how it works, it makes no sense to just hang in there on those portfolios. Why not? If markets are getting risky, and we know from historical data that when certain things happen, markets are likely to crash. Well, if those things are happening, and again, they're not happening right now, but if they were happening, would you rather be in the market or would you rather be out of the market? Well, I would argue that most people close to retirement would probably rather be out of the market.
Absolutely.
But they're not looking to figure out when that time is on their own. They're looking for help. And so that's where we come in. We're looking at, well, when would be a smart time to be in the market? When would be a smart time to be out of the market? And if it's not creating creating any taxable events that move money in and out of the market. Kristen, our clients, if let's say a year from now, those indicators are happening and we feel it's time to get our clients out of the market on their IRAs and 401ks and their retirement accounts. If we go ahead and pull them out and markets keep going up, let's say they went up another 5% and they missed that 5%, but then markets crashed. Our clients they're not trying to capture 100% of gains. What they're looking to do is protect their money. And if they missed 5%, but we protected them from a 30 or 40 or 50% loss along the way, that's the type of relationship they're looking for. They're more willing to give up a portion of gains than they are to capture big losses. And you can't time the exact high, you can't time the exact low, but you do need to make sure that you've got a relationship with an advisor that's willing to move you in and out of markets depending on what they're likely to do, at least in my opinion. I don't talk to too many people that really love the hang in there approach. So a couple of things you can do, going back to if you're currently working, if you're over the age of 59 and a half or older,